Boise is a city that I believe to be a shining example of what makes a place truly exceptional. This city has many factors that contribute to making it such a good place. From the vibrant green spaces, the beautiful public art, the efficient transportation, convenient parking, and the commitment to the economy come together to create a city that is a good place to live in.
Boise has lots to offer when it comes to green space. There are places for people to find their own green space while still being in the city. There's the MK Nature Center close by, as well as the park right across campus with the Boise River flowing by. Nature is something necessary for every city, and Boise takes that into account. Whether it's to find a relaxing place to do homework or you simply need to walk to clear your head, there are several green spaces mixed in with the city for the people. Having nature is something every city must consider. It is essential for everyone. In the article, The Pretty Much Totally Complete Health Case for Urban Nature by Eric Joff, they discuss why nature is so important for the citizens of a city. Joff talks about a Harvard biologist named E.O. Wilson and his study on how humans need nature to survive. Connecting with nature is especially important for the world's increasingly urbanized population. Without nature, we would lose an important part of our natural instincts as well, and Boise keeps this in mind with its many luscious parks and nature entwined with modern living. The book Happy City stated as well, people who live next to green spaces knew more of their neighbors, and they reported their neighbors were more supportive and friendly. They had more people over for get-togethers. They had strong feelings of belonging. Public art in Boise is also something incredibly important. Art is there to inspire and bring a general unique aspect to a place. There are many pieces of public art in a lot of places in Boise. Freak Alley is a notable one, with artists having the opportunity to show off their skill to the public, it being a popular tourist attraction. Public art can also allow the public to think about the space they occupy differently. In the article Urban Hacktivism, Getting Creative About Involving Citizens in City Planning, the authors Jason Bryan and Natalie Osborne discuss the impact that the community can have on each other with art, as well as how urban planners should work with artists to make better cities. Art is something that cannot be directly defined and is there for people to have their own interpretations, which is something necessary for a great city. Having pieces made by the city's public can also allow tourists to gain an understanding of the people here. By giving a voice to real people living in everyday places and by drawing on citizen knowledge and ingenuity, hacktivism promises action on issues beyond the remnant of traditional planning.
There are many ways to get around the city of Boise. This can include anything from walking, city buses, personal cars, biking, or even Lime scooters. With all these means of transportation, it's hard to see why Boise is not a great city. As a student, I have free access to all the city buses and the Bronco shuttle used here on campus. Not only are these buses extremely accessible, but they are also a great option for those who may not have a personal vehicle to get around the city or may need a cheaper option to get around. However, you can get just about anywhere in Boise by foot, bike, or even a Lime scooter. The book entitled Happy City states, to depend on just one mode of technology for urban mobility would be to deny human nature itself. Every trip demands a unique solution. We're all much more unique in our preferences than planners acknowledge. Just as Montgomery pointed out, everyone is different in the way we like to get around the city, and Boise has provided a way to do just that. As a multimodal city, Boise is doing great with its transportation.
Going along with the many ways to get around Boise, the most common way to get anywhere is by driving a car. While Boise has many other ways of transportation, driving is used most frequently. And with that being said, there are many parking lots and parking garages, whether that be on the Boise State campus or downtown. By having all of these areas for parking, it allows everything to be more accessible and more convenient. If there's one thing that makes a city good, is being able to access it somewhere easily and having it be convenient to get there and making it free. In the downtown area, there are many places that you can park for free. I'm not only talking about the parking spaces on the side of the road where you have to try and parallel park, which no one likes to do. I'm talking about the open parking lots and some of the parking garages that are free for the first hour. Even though there are many places to park in Boise for free, there are still areas where you still need to pay to park. These spots downtown and on campus that need to be paid for are still extremely cheap. Overall, the amount of parking and parking lots Boise has allows for more residents to access places in Boise.
Economy is a key feature in Boise, on and off campus. On campus, there's somewhere to eat for everyone. They're all included under your meal plan. The restaurants and markets are on campus accept dining dollars, while the dining hall accepts meal swipes. Even without a meal plan, you are still able to purchase food from the restaurants. Off campus, there are places all around downtown Boise. The main spot is 8th Street, where they have restaurants like Ruth Chris, Costa Vida, Fork, and more. When it comes to things to do, there's a wide variety to choose from. On campus, there's the Bronco Shop. Downtown, there are a lot of shops to visit like Rediscovered Bookshop, Shift Boutique, and a ton more. All these places are accessible to everybody. The book, Happy City, states what is most attractive, what attracts people to stop and linger and look, will invariably be other people. Activity in human life is the greatest attraction in cities. To wrap up everything that has been mentioned, Boise has beautiful green spaces all over. Public art for people to enjoy instead of looking at an old, boring electrical box. Accessibility for everybody, and a whole lot of affordable things to do.